He dropped out of school when he was 15 to start Virgin Records, and from then on, Richard Branson has never looked back. Today, he is worth more than $5 billion. But you know what? Richard Branson says he is embarrassed by displays of wealth. That doesn't stop him from making his billions, and according to him, purchasing things should only be worthwhile if you're going to make more money. Richard Branson is known for his eccentric and maverick behavior, which is why he's established himself as a badass billionaire. And here's what you should know about him. His school principal told him he would either end up in jail or become a millionaire. Branson wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He was born in London to Edward and Eve Branson, a former ballet dancer and an air hostess. He attended Stowe School, but didn't do really well because he was diagnosed as a dyslexic. Believe it or not, his principal once told him he would either end up in prison or become a millionaire, and perhaps that was one observation that Branson kept in mind. School and higher studies weren't for Richard Branson. He wanted to achieve something, and studies would only slow him down. He may have got that entrepreneurial fire from his mother, who built and sold wooden tissue boxes and waste paper bins. He once sold Christmas trees. Branson tried his hand at several businesses, including selling Christmas trees and even budgies. Perhaps his first taste of success came when he started a magazine called The Student in 1966, which went on to become a vital component of the mail-order record business he started 1 year later. He used Student to advertise popular music albums, and even interviewed pop stars like Mick Jagger and R.D. Laing. In 1971, he opened a record shop in Oxford Street, London, where he sold records for less than high street outlets. However, his business ran into irregularities, with his parents having to bail him out by paying a settlement. His first business, Virgin Records. Branson's first milestone in life came in 1972, when he was 16. With the money he made from his record shop, he launched his own label and named it Virgin. He even purchased a country estate and set up a recording studio for fledgling artists. Multi-instrumentalist Mike Oldfield, whose debut album Tubular Bells was Virgin's first release and a chartbuster. From then on, it was no looking back, and Virgin was a phenomenal success. Branson went on to establish several companies under the Virgin brand, and today the group is a conglomerate of 500 companies, including air transportation and aerospace. With Branson diving into the aviation industry with Virgin Atlantic in 1984, his business really took off to expand into travel and leisure, telecommunications and media, music and entertainment, financial services, and health and wellness. Branson's Virgin Group earns a lot, obviously, and has a turnover of $21 billion annually. A major heartbreak for Branson was when he had to sell the Virgin label to EMI for $684 million just to keep his airline company afloat. Surprisingly, though, Branson doesn't splurge on his billions, but lives frugally, spending only if it earns him profits. But when it comes to trying out new things, then Branson can be a real badass, and has earned a notorious reputation to be quite the eccentric billionaire. His properties. When it comes to owning property, Branson stands out from the rest. He does have some amazing real estate, but they are all profit-making ventures like his Virgin Limited Edition, which is his award-winning collection of luxury retreats and hotels from around the world. Branson also owns 5 homes and 3 islands in different parts of the world, including South Africa, Kenya, and Switzerland. The maverick billionaire also purchased an island called Necker Island, where he now lives with his family. Necker Island is a 30-hectare island in the British Virgin Islands, north of Virgin Gorda. Branson purchased it in 1978 for just $180,000. He was only 28 years old. Today, Necker Island is worth 10 times that amount and is part of the Virgin Limited Edition, with private beaches, resort hotel, private swimming pools, tennis courts, and the complete works to make it a luxury getaway that can be booked for $102,500 a day. The accommodation for 40 people comes with 100 staff and a variety of water sports equipment. Today, Necker Island is valued at over $60 million and has hosted the likes of Kate Winslet, Kate Moss, the late Princess Diana, Larry Page, and even the Obamas who have vacationed there. His other islands. Besides Necker Island, Branson also owns 2 other islands, Mosquito Island, also located in the British Virgin Islands, which he has turned into a rental resort, and Makepeace Island, located in Noosa, Sunshine Coast, Australia. The 25-acre heart-shaped island was bought by Branson in 2003 as a retreat for his Virgin Australia airline crew, but it's now open for public lease. The Roof Gardens. His properties include an opulent mansion in central London above Kensington Street, which offers mesmerizing views of London. It has some pretty luxurious features like themed gardens, full-size trees, fountains, and exotic birds. Branson has made this property free to visit, so the next time you're there, don't forget to check this place out. He loves cars. Branson might share the common taste of fine things in life liked by every billionaire, but with a difference. His love for cars even made him set up a company called Virgin Cars. In 2020, he even made an announcement that he would compete with Tesla to make electric cars. He has an impressive car collection that includes a Gibbs Aquata, which is an amphibious automobile that can notch up a speed of 100 miles per hour on land and 30 miles per hour on water. It has enough power to pull a water skier. He owns a Humber Super Snipe, which is a 4-door luxury saloon, and is such a rare car that most people haven't even heard of it. But Branson was using it as a daily driver for a while. Then there is the Fisker Karma, a high-performance electric luxury car. Branson is a proponent of the electric car and has said several times that the future is electric. He is also the proud owner of a Range Rover Astronaut Edition, which he uses to tow around his spacecraft. The most recent flight was towed to the launch pad via a Range Rover Astronaut Edition SUV, his private jet, and other toys. There's no point in speaking about how many jets he owns. The man owns an entire fleet of jets as part of Virgin Atlantic, and even those are overshadowed by his spacecraft, the VSS Unity, which belongs to his space tourism company called Virgin Galactic, which plans on taking rich tourists to suborbital space. His personal jet is a Falcon 50EX, which costs around $21 million. Among his portfolio of billionaire toys is of course his private jet, a luxury safari camp in Kenya, a vineyard, and a houseboat in London, and they are all available for rent. Branson also purchased a ski resort in the Swiss Alps called The Lodge. One-room rental is around $945 a night, and exclusive use in the winter for a week is $89,916. In 2009, Branson purchased a 32-meter catamaran for $6 million and named it Necker Belle. He chartered her at Necker Island starting at $60,000 a week, and recently sold her for $3 million. He even has a mini submarine which he called the Necker Nymph that cost him $547,482. But he most probably will make up the money, since he rents it out for $25,000 for 7 nights at Necker Island. He doesn't spend on fashion. Branson may be a rich, savvy businessman with a penchant for the fast life, but strangely, he doesn't really care for being fashionable, and for him it isn't expensive Armani suits and costly shoes. His daily outfit is a pair of jeans and a simple white shirt, and he will wear that whether he's going out to have fun or to a board meeting. It doesn't matter. He's often said that he just can't justify purchasing extravagant things like artwork, and would prefer buying watercolors at a reasonable price. He is not one to hit the gambling tables at Las Vegas, but he won't hesitate to tip really large if he finds service with a smile. Reports say he once gave a London cabbie 2 first-class airline tickets. He lives life on the edge. What sets Branson apart from others is his eccentric way of life that makes him the badass that he is. When he's not holding parties for his Virgin staff, he's trying his best to break world records. In 1986, he beat the world record of the fastest Atlantic crossing in his Virgin Atlantic Challenger 2 after a few failed attempts. His success was also due to his co-mate, sailing champion Daniel McCarthy. In 1987, he even crossed the Atlantic in a hot air balloon named Virgin Atlantic Flyer. In 1991, he broke the record for crossing the Pacific from Japan to Arctic Canada, 6,700 miles, in a balloon of 2,600,000 cubic feet. He also used his Gibbs Aquata amphibious car to successfully cross the English Channel from Dover to Calais, setting a record by completing the journey in just 1 hour. Branson's weird passion for breaking records also broke his nose once, when he was training for a month-long Virgin-branded charity athletic event in Italy called the Virgin Strive Challenge. It included hiking, biking, and swimming portions, during which Branson took a spill and suffered a cracked cheek and torn ligaments. Of course, he pulled through. His eccentricity knows no bounds, especially when he once dressed as a butterfly to run a marathon. He has been into space. Branson may be frugal in his lifestyle, but he doesn't hold back, simply because he makes money from enjoying his life, and that's the awesome thing about him. His ultimate adventure, of course, was when he went with a 5-member crew aboard his VSS Unity 2 spacecraft to the edge of outer space in a maiden manned flight as precursor to his new venture of taking people into space as space tourists. Branson, now 71, made headline news beating out Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk to travel to outer space aboard his Virgin Galactic space rocket, which is quite an achievement considering he is worth just $5 billion, compared to Jeff Bezos' $205 billion, whose Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket, which is expected to take off this week. He donates a lot to charity. While Branson is all about making money, he devotes 80% of his time to Virgin Unite, the charitable arm of the Virgin Group. The charity funds and supports several projects, including the B-Team, the Carbon Room, the Elders, and Oceans Unite. Branson also has the Giving Pledge, in which he promised to give away more than half of his wealth during his lifetime. Here is one man who revealed that he owed everything to his mother, who sold a necklace which she found on the street for £100, which she gave to Branson to start Virgin. How amazing was that? Who knows that little tidbit about Branson, who converted £100 into $1 billion empire, and you gotta be a badass to do that. Tell us what you think of Branson in the comments. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell.